Hi everyone, Steve here with My Comic Universe.
And Brian here from My Comic Universe.
Today we're bringing you a special San Diego Comic-Con edition of Popcorn Feed.
This is going to be really exciting because of all the kick-ass trailers for the movies and TV shows that they've debuted here at San Diego Comic-Con.
You know, the idea of a live-action Teen Titans has really got me hooked. The show looks dark and gritty. It definitely looks like it's made for mature audiences, so I think that's going to be a really big draw for everybody.
I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah.
And they brought in the iconic classic characters as well as a couple of teammates that came later on in the series, at least in the comics, with Hawk and Dove. But I'm excited to see these characters.
Yeah, definitely. We got introduced to Nightwing, we got Starfire,
Raven, Beast Boy,
yeah, some of the classic Teen Titans.
That was really cool. So that's going to be coming soon on the DC Universe streaming service, and we're going to keep you up to date here at My Comic Universe and at Popcorn Feed about those release dates for Titans.
Well, we finally got a trailer for M. Night Shyamalan's Glass.
That's cool.
It looks really good. That would be the sequel to 2000's Unbreakable and 2016's Split.
Interesting.
I really like the premise that we get introduced to, with Willis, Jackson, and McAvoy being in therapy for believing they have superpowers. I think that the premise is perfect during a time when superhero movies are reigning supreme at the box office.
It's very interesting. Shyamalan is making his own little comic book universe there.
Yes,
with his own characters. I haven't seen Split yet, but this makes me go ahead and say, hey, maybe I'll sit down, go ahead and watch Split before I definitely see Glass.
You should definitely check it out. McAvoy gives a hell of a performance playing 24 different characters all in one body. So he does a very good job of playing someone with multiple personality disorder.
Cast is amazing.
That's a great cast.
Great casting
Absolutely.
choices.
Sarah Paulson,
right.
Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson,
James McAvoy,
frickin'
Xavier himself.
Yep.
Right, so what were some of the other trailers that caught your eye, Steve?
Well, Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Ooh,
that's a good one.
That's going to be a really kick-ass movie. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, lots of monsters so
many.
In that one.
They're bringing a lot of classic ones in. They're bringing in Mothra, Rodan, and of course Godzilla. And of course there's going to be some other ones, but I didn't see, I think I mentioned to you earlier, in the trailer I didn't see Gamera, which is like the turtle monster thing. And I'm like, well, maybe they're saving that for later. But knowing that Rodan and Mothra are there, it's like, that's kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that.
And another good cast, too, with Vera Farmiga and Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things.
11 from Stranger Things. Yep. I can't wait to see her in that role.
Yeah, just like you mentioned, it really did have that Stranger Things vibe, just with her in the trailer.
Exactly.
But that definitely looks like an exciting monster movie to look forward to, and a good Godzilla movie. Well, what about you, Brian? What trailers did you see that got you excited?
Well, all right. My number one trailer, of course, Warner Brothers dropped it. I'm really excited, and it looks really cool. That's right, Aquaman.
I had a feeling you were going to bring up Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman. It looked cool. I like the look of Atlantis so far. It looks really accurate. I like what they're building up to, and this story seems like, yes, it is a little bit scratching the surface of an origin story, but I also feel that it's going to expand outward, and I think I even mentioned it to you before. I really hope they tackle it in a way that, like Marvel did with Black Panther, and really open it up and really dive into the character's background and story. What did you think of the trailer, Steve?
It looked awesome. I'm really excited for it. I wasn't sure what to expect, but once I finally saw it, I had a feeling that this is going to be one of the better DC movies that we've seen in the last couple of years. I think you mentioned it. It's probably going to be as successful as Wonder Woman, hopefully. It'll be one of the more successful films coming out of DC in the last couple of years.
I'm so excited for it, and obviously I'm excited because I'm a Justice League fan, and of course bringing in one of the founding members like Aquaman is really cool to bring into the DC entertainment universe. So I'm looking forward to getting past all the Justice League, Batman, Superman stuff, and getting on to some more individual solo films. So Aquaman is going to be coming out this December, and it's directed by James Wan, starring Jason Momoa, also from Game of Thrones, one of my favorites, Amber Heard, and of course Patrick Wilson, and not to forget, Nicole Kidman is also going to be in it. And she looks really good in this movie. I'm really excited to see her in this role.
It's definitely a great lineup. Going back on what you mentioned, yeah, we are getting past the phase of all the movies leading up to Justice League, and my first thought when I saw the trailer was they gave us Aquaman, and then we got his origin. It, from a logical progression, it just didn't seem to make sense, and
it throws off the curve.
That was my my one thought when it came to seeing that trailer was, we should have just had this first. They should have taken their time with Justice League, and then gave us all the origin stories. Like an origin story for Cyborg would have been great too.
That's
Aquaman
true.
Is going to be a great film. I've got a good feeling about it.
I have high hopes for it, but we didn't just get one DC universe characters solo film. We also got Shazam. I gotta throw out a little shout out to Shazam. It looks fun, guys. It looks like a lot of fun for a Warner Brothers action DC film. I even can agree with some of the comments on social media. It looks like a DC version of Big.
Okay.
With Tom Hanks, like a kid trying to figure out what it's like being an adult and having that kind of a responsibility.
Right. Yeah, I can definitely see that parallel. Definitely.
It's definitely going to be one of those ones worth just checking out and having a good time seeing that film at the theater. And that'll be out next spring, so that's something to look forward to right after Captain Marvel comes out, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
There's a couple other ones I did want to talk about, which was the Fantastic Beasts trailer.
Right.
That was another Warner Brothers trailer that dropped. And of course, that's cool because they're continuing on the Harry Potter universe. And this brings back Newt Scamander and all the original characters from the first film. And it's kind of carrying on and building that new universe, that prequel universe for the Harry Potter films. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
There's one more I gotta definitely mention, and of course it has to do with the DC Universe streaming service. That's right, people, they did drop the Young Justice Outsiders trailer, and I am beyond excited for this show coming back. It was definitely one of my favorites from season 1 and 2, and the nice thing about this is we're picking right back up where everything left off. Some of the original characters are working undercover. We have a new team coming in, but we still have all the threats and the elements that made the original story really cool and exciting. And of course, knowing we're going to have some new characters like Static Shock and Spoiler and, some more members of the Teen Titans joining on Young Justice. So look for that. That is coming out, I believe, in 2019 now. So, Steve, speaking of TV trailers, we got to end this episode off with The Walking Dead.
That's right, Brian. We can't finish our episode without talking about the new Walking Dead trailer.
That's right. I'm excited for this as well because it's like, okay, we're going to get a brand new season. Last season was a little stagnant for me, and it did slow down towards the middle, especially after the whole issues with Carl leaving and them killing him off. Mm-hmm. It really dragged down that season a lot, but in the end, we got a big battle. We got a big fight, and Negan. We finally captured Negan, which is kind of cool. So I'm really excited for the new season. What about you, Steve? What caught your eye in this trailer?
Well, the first thing that was most noticeable was the time jump. Everyone's been talking about that. So who knows how long it's been since the events of last season. But we can obviously see that we've got a much older Rick Grimes. We've got a new community coming together and a new leadership under Rick and other members of the survivors.
Right. This is looking pretty promising for their group.
Yeah, like you mentioned, we've got Negan captured already. We can see a few scenes with Rick and Negan exchanging a few witty comments to each other while he's behind bars.
Yeah, that's definitely... The banter between the two characters is very solid throughout the whole series so far, and of course it seems like they're going to carry it on. But I do like where they're going. There's a lot of deception and betrayal between some of the original cast members. And it does seem that with the news of the changes within the show, it does seem like they're amping it up for some big ending. Well, that's all we have for this year's San Diego Comic-Con trailers. Obviously, there's a lot of other ones that got dropped, but these are our top picks. These are the ones we were really excited to talk to everyone about at My Comic Universe. universe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, Steve, where can the people find us?
You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us on social media.
All right, thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time here at Popcorn Feed. This is Brian.
This is Steve.
Signing out.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you.